Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I was muted for a second there, so that is. Oh, that's cold. Oh, that's cold. I just put it on my neck. Oh, it's cold. And it's not straight. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Melissa G is in the house. I don't have the voice to do the G. I can't get low enough. I'm trying to make this chain straight, y'all. It's OCD. Telling ya. Good morning, Lisa. We're just going to do this. It wants to twist on me, though. See, look. Doesn't want to stay untwisted. That's weird. This is my Valentine's Day for you guys. To wear this. Good morning. Good morning, all the hearts. Whew. My neck is crowded this morning. It does not feel straight. It feels like it needs to be over here. Isn't that pretty? It doesn't quite work on the shirt. The shirt needs to be a little... I am finicky with my stuff, y'all. I'm sorry. Very, very finicky. Anyway, we're just going to leave it alone. My neck is busy, y'all. It's busy. So I tried YouTube again without scheduling it, and it still doesn't want to work. I don't know what is going on my end. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to wear this because it's bugging. It's bugging. Yeah, no, I just immediately went to this one. Or did you see the other one started? Like, I can't even get it to stop. So, like, I just have to leave the tab and it'll, like, close it for me. So, if there's another live up, hopefully not. Nope, no Skippy. No Skippy John Jones. Oh, shoot. I should probably... Can you let them know? And I will see if I can get it deleted on my end. Let me see if I can get it. I knew it. I bet it does that every time, too. See, that says streaming software. It says upcoming. We're going to delete. Delete. All right, so if I go over to YouTube, oh, this is really frustrating. I don't know what's going on. Julianne, when you go live, are you using YouTube? Okay, it's deleted off of my end. So, gee. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day as well. You know, me and my husband and I, we don't really ever do much for each other, so I don't expect anything really. Ecamm Live, huh? I'll have to look into that one. Okay, what is causing my speaker to make that noise? Watch out, go, get it. Talking to a cat. Ecamm Live, I'm gonna type that in now. Ecamm Live. I wonder what that is like in compared to EV Mux. This necklace is making this shirt feel like it's sitting. I kid you not. I feel like I have a shirt sitting right here, even though it's an inch down. It's one of those boat necks, I think. I don't know why I keep wearing this shirt, but I wonder. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I just wonder what it's like compared to that. I tried to drink up. So every morning that I make coffee, I fill up this with the coffee. Then I pour my creamer in to fill up the rest of it. And this tastes great. I don't know. I guess I just put enough in there or something. But I always have leftover coffee in my pot because I make a 1 to 4 cup. I make 4 cups of water, or I pour 4 cups of water in. And I usually only use about maybe 3 in here of the coffee when it's actually brewed. And so then there's always like a half a cup of a coffee mug cup, half a cup left. And so, or ish, half a cup to a cup. And so I poured it into a cup this morning. And I said, you know what? I'm going to drink the rest of this. So I poured some creamer into it. Y'all, the aftertaste of that one is not sitting well. Ugh. Good morning, Lana and Lisa and Tammy's Critters and things. I'm so sorry that you guys are over there. I tried to start one on YouTube. It did not want to work for me again without scheduling it. I just went straight from, I just went into my thing. I said create live and did all the things, sat there, waited. It said going live. If it takes more than 5 or 10 seconds to go live, look, I have my own Merlin now, Julianne. Except this is Luna. Yeah, we don't need to see your tushy. We want to see the pretty face in the front. Don't rub on that, please. Not on that. Her tail's still right there.
What are you doing?
She's talking. She said, "Hi, world. I'm here. Go, please." Oh, got hair.
Hi.
Go, please. I don't need you sit there making her.
Right now?
Yeah. We should, whenever you got Merlin on, I should introduce Merlin to Luna. Anyway, what was I saying? Looks weird on here. Huh. Yeah, no, Lana, the notifications would have been you wouldn't have gotten one right away because I had to do some live finagling videos this morning. So it would not have, there wasn't a scheduled live. So I just created it like brand new as I was going. Okay, so you can't see it sitting here. So I have my big box of scraps right here. And I have decided I am going to work up these into, after I get my legs settled here. I need a 6 though. I want a 6. That's a 5.5. Is this my 6? That's a 6.5. I want a 6. That's a 4.5. My 6 is not over here. Oops, dropped my headphones. Okay, so good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, everybody that I missed. If I missed anybody, Sassy Mary, I'm here. I'm so sorry about this morning with the live. Okay. We're here. I feel like I'm being choked right now. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't. I literally feel like I'm being choked. My daughter's getting this necklace. I can't do it. Holy buckets. Well, we'll go with a different one. Should I go with a heart necklace, or pink? Or just pink? Because the pink one doesn't have hearts, but it's pink. Oh, that's my 4. I don't want my 4. Okay, I'll show you these real fast, and then, hello, Regina. Look, I have to bring it with me, otherwise the TV doesn't stay on the channel I put it on. Gotta do what I gotta do, right? As a mom. So, Julianne, I started, this is the hexie I started yesterday. I think I started it right before your live or right during your live, I think. And I've almost got one of my sides done. So it's going to go like this. And yes, I have a little bit of a confession to make. I ripped out my knitting project that I was making in this yarn. I decided it was working up too slow, and I wasn't putting any. I just didn't want to. I didn't have any motivation to go back to it, so I decided to frog it. So this is the happy yarn that I'm working. I think it's turning out really neat. So Frizzy, Julianne, when I said, okay, so when I was talking to you on your live yesterday, and you were struggling with the trying on the piece, what I meant was, okay, so pretend this is gonna go on this is this sleeve over here. You would stitch mark the two corners here and put one here in the middle, you know, put a couple of them across here so it holds it like it's seamed up. And then you can put it on like a sleeve and see if it's long enough. And that's what I meant by stitch marking the seam side. The sides that you're going to seam. So along this side here, I would put several stitch markers, and then I could try it on to see how long it is. That's what I meant by putting stitch markers on the seam side. Good. Oopsies. Good morning, Michael. I was kind of hoping I would see you today. I wanted to show you the progress on my two Tunisian projects real quick. If you can give me like 5 minutes, Michael, of view time, that's all I need. Ooh, 18 hours. My goodness. Good for you. Your body needed it. Okay. Another thing I started yesterday is a second. This is Mama Swift's Marshmallow Kiss, her new blanket pattern, or her new pattern. I started it in puzzle tangram. I'm going to use up the one skein that I have and then continue on with the 4 that Yes Michelle gifted me and see how big I can make them. I haven't decided if it's going to be for the house or if it's going to be a Boggy Creek blanket. It might be a Boggy Creek blanket. I'm not sure yet. Oh my goodness, go let him out. Good morning, Carrie and Amanda. Yes, I made a second one because I was trying to figure, like, I decided I didn't want to make another poncho. So I was like, this would look real, puzzle in this pattern would be so squishy and soft, y'all. Look, it's so squishy. Good morning, Raylene. Okay, while Michael's here, I have his undivided attention, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. I can't tell from the, being on this end. So I'm going to show my Tunisian real quick. I haven't touched it yesterday, but I want to show him what I have progress-wise because, I don't know, I feel like a kid that wants to show their parent. Not that I'm saying you're old enough to be my parent. I'm just saying, like, it's one of those situations where you're like, ooh, look, Mom, I got an A on my report card kind of thing. Ooh, Mom, look at my artwork I made. That's what it is. It's like he's my mentor, my teacher, and so I kind of want to show you what I'm making from your teaching. Okay. So here is the Gigabyte. I have added a few more colors to it. I have a sneeze coming on. Y'all, this is looking so cool in the rainbow. Check that out. Excuse me. I love this pattern. This yellow yarn is a slightly bit thinner than the rest of it, and the orange is slightly bit thicker than the rest of it. They all have their different thicknesses, but it's working up beautifully. And you can't tell, but you can see the 2 shades of blue on the camera, but this color here is the dark blue, is the blue, like the royal blue, and then this one right here is actually purple. So it is the rainbow colors. It just, the camera's making it look like I used 2 shades of blue, but I am in fact using a blue and a purple. It is rainbow. It won't come out. And even the backside looks cool. I'm not looking forward to all these when I'm done. I should probably go through and sew these in so I don't have to do the whole blanket when I'm done, and I can just do a few at a time. So that's the back side. Even the back side looks cool, Michael. Okay, I don't want to keep you forever. That way you can go work. And then between you and Panda, you helped me figure out a border for this one, because this one I used your stitch tutorial, but then I needed to figure out how to add a border. And this blanket is for my middle kid. This is using Big Twist. I added a border. I should have 7 stitches on either end in black, but somehow or another, I added another one again on the other end. I don't know how I'm doing that, but I'm just going to keep it 8 all the way up. But it should have been 7 and 7. Because I should have 14. And then trying to figure out how to start and end this wave stitch on my own, I was just like, you know what? As long as I line up my slip stitches above the top of the wave and the wave above the top of the slip stitches below, I'm good. So I just figured that out and I just go along. I'm literally kind of using the knowledge from your stitch tutorial and what little bit of knowledge I have of this whatever, and just making it work. So I'm kind of, it's not really my own design, but it's, you know, I'm having to figure out where to place everything. So my end, and then also because I'm using black is my between colors. It's just, I think that's what's screwing with me. I should have had a separate color for my border to the in here, but so yeah. No, I think it's looking great. I think this one's looking awesome. I left my stitch markers there on purpose because I was counting, not for a placement, but just counting to make sure I had 216 stitches across, which is what I ended up with. So the stitch multiple is 10 plus 2. So that was 12. And then I wanted to add on another 12. So but somehow or another, I ended up with 216. So that was 14 instead of the extra 12. It was 14. So that's why I had to have 7 on either side. Tunisian is just so much fun, y'all. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So what I'm doing, Michael, is I'm literally, when I get to the end over here, I'm finding my end stitch and I'm counting over. And so, again, I don't know how I did it, but I don't know if you can even see. So I have my end stitch here. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I have 7 on that end. I don't know. I counted over 7, but if you go straight up from this one right here, this is where my border should start, all the way up this side, and I'm staying on this side of the stitch marker. So as long as I have the same number of stitches on this side of the stitch marker, that's how I'm keeping it straight. Carrie, it is Tunisia is just fun. And if you're interested in that stitch tutorial, it is called the wave stitch, and Michael does have that on his channel because I used his, and who was the other one? There was another one I used too. But I liked the way you explained it, Michael, for some reason. Like, I think because you worked, it was one of your earlier stitches, so you worked through it a lot more than the other one did. Yeah, no, I am utilizing the bejesus out of stitch markers with Tunisian. I've already messed up twice now on 2 blankets. But you know what, Michael? You know what else I remember from you? The whole thing about purposely leaving mistakes in it, not purposely making the mistakes, but leaving them there. So like on the Gigabyte, I have lost a stitch and gained a stitch because I purposely gained a stitch to get it back to the right number. So there's a bit of a dip on the border on the one side of it, on the ends, on the, when I'm working across doing my forward pass, the other end, my left side. I just left it there because I was like, I am not ripping all this out. As much as I love this stitch and this pattern, or Tunisian, I am not going to rip it back out. So, yeah, Regina, you could make a stained glass out of that too. Whew, I bet it is, Rebecca. What's the temperature for you? What's everybody's weather? Go ahead and let's do that conversation. It seems like that always comes out. Going into lurk mode. I love that. I do. Oh. Oh, I already showed you guys the happy.
I swear every color I make comes out in a different shape. Like this one's so a bit stiffer than the last.
They all have their own character, Brinley. They look cute.
Mine was small.
Where did I have this one in? Oh, this one. Please go. 24 for Amanda, 13 for Rebecca. Snow outside, and my guess is another day with kiddos home. Oh, fun. Julianne. -4 for Tammy, 11 for Lisa. Cloudy and 28 for Carrie. Getting snow and ice tomorrow. Melissa, we're all coming to your house. 66 in Florida. We'll take that one. 30. Let's see. For me, it is 17. And we're supposed to have a high in the 30s today. But then we're right back down into the single digits tomorrow. Or no, sorry. No. We're in the 20s tomorrow, then the 10s, then the single digits for a week, then back into the teens and 20s and 30s. This is what we do here. And my daughter's temperature blanket is for sure showing that. Because her blanket is going cold, warm, cold, warm. Of course, she had to hear me say that.
Talking about it, I was like,
All right, well, I love how you have it rolled up. It's cute. This is her temperature blanket since what, January 10th? She started 10 days late, but she's just going to go into January 9th of next year. See, we're going to go to Lana's house too. It's 49.
What?
29 for Michael. 60. Oh, Michael, I hope you don't have any pain today. I know that's got to be a big swing for you. 40. Currently snowed in and called into work. The snow was up over my knees in the drive. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me see if I remember your name right. Mindy. Did I remember your name? Ugh, Michael, I'm so sorry. So look, you can see how the temperatures have swung. And then this window stitcher, I think she said she's doing that. Or at least she did this one for the last day of January. And then this mixed one right here is the Super Bowl. So she mixed whatever the temperature was that day and then one of the Eagles colors together. That's how she's signifying her different days.
Just for fun.
Mindy, I remembered right. Yes. Woohoo. And Raylene, where you are currently at in Oklahoma, you have a high of 48 today. Oh, man, Michael. I'm so sorry. I know you had a rough weekend, so I pray for that they gave you something to get through. I wish they could take that away from you, that pain from the swings of the temperature. That just sucks. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so back to the box of scraps. I have decided I'm going to start crocheting granny squares out of these. Now, I can't decide if I want to do I think I'm just going to do solids, less tails to tie in. So what I want your guys' help with is one through 7. Okay, so pick a number 1 through 7. The number I see the most of is the number I'm going to go with today. I'm just going to have you guys help me. And I'll tell you what I mean by the number. So pick a number between 1 and 7, and I will try to watch the chat and see what I see the most of. Let's see, 5, 6, 4, 3, 4. So I see 4 more. I see 4 multiple times. And 3. 4 and 3, now 6. Let's see, I see more of 3 now. I see 3, and see, I have a 3 and 6 going. I think you guys know what I'm asking, what colors I'm asking for. Let's see if I see any more numbers come in. I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds. 10, 9. Actually, I'm going to just go till that says 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The first number I see, 3 or 6. Raylene, 8 doesn't count. It's 1 through 7. Oh, first number was 6. Okay, I saw Lisa came up under. Oh, cool. I don't want to do a temperature blanket, though. That is cool looking, though. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a solid square. I did look. Okay, so I have to remember now. Hold on. Indigo, purple. Okay. I'm just going to go with the first purple right here. So, Roy G. Biv. Made me look. I looked. It's a pretty idea, really, in the picture you sent me. I just don't want to do a temperature blanket. My plan is I want to use up these scraps, and I figured I can make a whole bunch of granny squares, and the reason I'm doing this is because I watched an old video of Juan's last night while I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was waiting at dance. I don't know. Oops, sorry, I'm rubbing the mic. There's like strings going everywhere with this yarn. Anyway, I was watching an old video of his, and I just happened to come across it, and I was like, ooh, joining granny squares together the most easiest possible way possible. And I said, okay. So I was like, this morning, I was like, you know what? I'm going to take all those scraps that I have in this box, all my solids, not my variegated ones, and I am going to make granny squares, and I'm going to attach them and just make random blankets to donate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to see how many squares I can make each morning after I share with you guys my stuff, so just something. If you guys want to do this along with me, you can. I am going to do my magic ring. So what I do for my magic ring is I have my tail inside my hand like this. I wrap it over the top of my fingers. I come around, I do the 2, and I make an X. See my X? And I go back up over the top of my fingers, but on the back side of the yarn. So when I say backside, from the tips, from the ends of my fingers, so behind the yarn that's closest to the tip of my fingers. Just got the text message. Oh, that's right. You're 2 hours behind, so it's only 6:30 for you. And then what I do for the magic ring is I actually go under the first yarn, and I grab the second one with the hook. As I'm pulling it under, I grab it and twist it, so that way I don't lose it. And then I pinch and hold it with this hand, slide those fingers out. And then what I do is I chain, I figure out a way to hold this, tighten it down a little bit. So I hold on to that magic ring, and I chain 1. This is my magic ring. I have to remind myself how to do this. Okay. And instead of chaining 3, I'm actually going to single crochet. My goodness. There's a bunch of sirens going off outside. Probably some nasty accident on the main road. All right, so I'm actually going to single crochet into my magic ring. And then let's see if I can show you how to do this without bumping the so here is my single crochet. I'm actually going to find this like vertical bar right here. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop. And so this is a stacked single. So it's going to be another single essentially on top of a single. And it's going to make the height of a double. See, I don't know if you can see that, but that's a height of a double. Good morning, Nessa. A stacked single crochet. Yep. So I like to do that for my first double crochet instead of chaining 3. I think it looks, and it also, you can see it fills in better. It looks a little fuller than the chain 3s. So then I just add 2 more double crochets next to it, and I'll show you what the cluster looks like after I get the 2 done. So this is what a cluster looks like of 3 double crochets. It looks very similar to a regular cluster. Doesn't look how are you feeling, Nessa? All right, and so this is the first round. I need to chain 2. This is how I do it. I don't need to, but I'm going to chain 2. And then I'm going to put 3 more double crochets into my magic ring. I'm holding the magic ring as I do this, so that way it doesn't come undone. So I'm just adding 3 more double crochets. And you can always, pull this so it tightens it down a little bit so it doesn't come out. Yeah, I love the, now that I know about it, I tend to lean towards that before I chain. If somebody says to chain 3 because it just gives you the height, then I might do that, because if you go back into the same stitch, then I'm okay with it because you're filling in that stitch. But if you don't put anything back into that stitch that the chain 3 comes out of, that's when I do the stacked single crochet for the most part. Oh goodness. Well, I hope the stress goes away. All right, so I've got my second cluster in there with my corner. I know if I sit here and explain everything to you guys, I'm never going to get one of these done. So I chain 2 after those 3 double crochets, and I'm going to do 3 more double crochets into the magic ring while holding on to it, because it stretches it out a little bit as you do this. All right, so I've got 3 sets. So here's my 2 corners right here, and I've got 3 sets of double crochet clusters. I'm going to chain 2 again. I'm going to do 3 more double crochets. So you're going to have a total of, for the first round, now if you're not familiar with granny squares, you're going to have a total of 3, 6, 9, 12 double crochets and 4 chain 2 spaces. So now here are my 4 clusters. I'm trying to get my, come on now, work with me. All right, so there's my 4 clusters. Now, instead of chaining 2 for my last corner, I want to end up in that same corner that I want to start my next round in the same corner without having to slip stitch. And I love this little hack to do that. First, okay, I'm going to tighten up my magic ring just a little bit, not completely, just to get it around so it's a little bit closer to work this last corner. Yes, the achy and the stress. Go bye-bye for Nessa. All right, so I'm going to actually yarn over and do a half double crochet into the top of the stacked single crochet double crochet that I made. So the stacked double crochet, here's how I can see where the V is. I'm going to show you real quick. All right, here's my corner, and you can see here's a stitch, and then here's a stitch. So if you follow the V's, here's the top of the V, or top of the stitch V, then the second one, and then this one right here that my hook's sitting on top of, That's the top of the stacked single crochet. That is that first double crochet. So I'm going to half double crochet into the V of that first stitch. So, and there's my 3 loops on my hook. I need more yarn. It's tight. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. Now, if you turn it, see, we're in the corner. If we turn it, we're right in the corner where we need to be to start our next round. This is in the way, I'm sorry. I'll see that. So then once you turn it, and I turn every round, I'm going to chain one. Technically you don't have to chain one, honestly. You could actually just go straight into the corner with a single crochet, right? And then I find that I need to show you guys this in a video so that I can show you where to go. But that vertical bar right there is where you do your yarn over, you pull up a loop, do your second single crochet on top. So it makes the height of a new double crochet. And then you just do 2 more double crochets into the corner space. It must be windy outside. And I do not chain anything in between my clusters. I just go immediately to the next corner, do 3 double crochets. This is not a very good tutorial, y'all. I'm just telling you how I do this. And then once I have my 3 double crochets, I chain 2. I still haven't done the video on the crochet kit that I got. I will do that probably over the weekend. So I did 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into that corner. I'm using a size 6 millimeter. And so I basically just repeat that in all the corners around. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. I'm sure this would be a whole lot easier if you could see what I was doing. I haven't seen Jeremy yet today. Hopefully he's doing okay. I saw him last night in our Zoom meeting with Juan. That was fun. Got to see some new members and show off some stuff. I usually show off stuff on our Thursday Zooms because Sunday mornings I literally have about 20 or 30 minutes of time in the Zoom before I have to zoom off to church. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in each of my corners. And then once we get around to the first corner, I am going to finish the other half of my corner. So you can see this is round 2 is almost done. I'm basically going to reach over here and put in 3 double crochets into that corner, and then we're going to half double crochet into that first stitch again. And now I just have to figure out how many rounds do I want to go before I stop. So there's my 3, half double crochet into the first stitch, and there's round 2. Round 2 is done. Oh, now that I've got round 2 done, I forgot to go back and actually tighten up my magic ring in the center. So now it's closed off better. It actually holds pretty good. Work has been really busy and we may be impacted by budget cuts. Oh, goodness. Also, they're trying to pass legislation that's going to limit how many procedure health insurance have to cover. Oof. I don't like insurance or anything. Yeah, health insurance even is. I saw that 14% off plus 14 cents shipping on orders of 35 or more. Plus, if you're savings club thingy, you get an extra 10 on top of that, right? Because I think you can stack those, right? You can stack your savings club member, whatever it's called, on top of any savings they ever do. I thought I heard Russ speak on that. All right, y'all. How many rounds do I want to go? What's a traditional granny square? Is it 5? So I've got 2 rounds done. So I'm going to turn it. I'm going to do my stacked single crochet and then, oops, 2 more into the corner, 2 more doubles. Is it 5 or 6 rounds? I don't like 6. Y'all, being religious, 6 is, you know. Kendall's here just on time for me to sing to her. You are not late. You are on time for Kendall. Kendall is on Kendall's time. So, y'all, I know the chat has a bit of a delay, and I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself, but how many rounds should I do before I'm just making granny squares. I'm trying to use up this yarn next to me. And I was thinking of making a blanket with it. So, and I have a bunch of white 1 pound yarns behind me that I could use to join them all. Good morning. Kendall is in the house. It is great. It applies to your cart during the same order you place and join. It just doesn't apply to the club member. Right. Hello, Angela. Oh, that reminds me. Who emailed me this morning? Maybe not this morning, but I got an email from somebody. Is it you, Angela? Is it Kendall's birthday today? Did I start singing to her out of just like without even realizing it? Because if it is, we're going to sing happy birthday. Yeah. 6 is a bad number, so it's either 5 or 7. And 7 is divine, so that's why I go with 7. It's not your birthday. Okay. Well, I was just singing to you, just because you're here. You know, I love my Kendall. And all your amazing sweaters. And just, y'all, oh my gosh, if you are not members of Juan's channel yet, like officials, you got to do that. Because last night in the Zoom, I can't speak on much of anything other than the talent that I saw last night. Y'all, the work that I got to see people share, I mean, that's all I can say. I can't say any more because, you know, what we talk about there is what we talk about there. But y'all, what they showed, they had some amazing stuff last night. Well, whenever your birthday is, Kendall, happy birthday. When is it, if you don't mind sharing? No, Nessa, I did get your email. I think I responded back to it. No, somebody emailed me last night or this morning for the PDF for the March flag. Happy belated, or like Miss C, she said she celebrated her 49th anniversary of her 29th birthday. Oh, October 11th. You know, I might be able to remember that because I have a really good friend whose daughter's birthday is the day before, and my youngest is the 22nd. All right, so round 3 is done, y'all. Right? 1, 2, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna half double crochet into the first stitch. So it's the same thing all the way around. I didn't explain how I did this one, but on round 3, when you come to that center chain 2, or that chain space right there between the clusters, I just put a cluster in there and then continue on to my corner. So I have round 3 done. I'm gonna turn my work, do my stacked double, or my stacked single, because technically it's a stacked single crochet that you turn into a double crochet. Because I don't know what a stacked double would even look like. How would you even do a stacked double, you know? And then I just 3 double crochets into the next chain space, or the next space, really, because there's no chain space there. It's just a space, because I don't chain between clusters. Right, Kendall? I mean, there's always beautiful things, but I was very impressed last night. It was a good night last night. I don't know. It was not that all the Zooms aren't fun, but just, you know, you have your ones where they're just a good day, you know? It was just a good day. So, now, in the corners, I chain 2. I don't chain 3, I chain 2. in my granny square, I like to just chain 2. The less chains, the better, because it just gives a nice, I don't know. The holes are smaller, I guess. I don't know. It's still holy, but there's just something about granny squares. They're very, I don't know. Maybe because they're symmetrical. Is that maybe why our brains like them? Because they have that symmetry? There's just something geometrically, routine to it. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, y'all didn't answer my question. You may have answered my question. I don't know. Do I want to wear a heart necklace? I have a long heart necklace that's just white diamondy colors. The white gems, the white. They're not real diamonds, but we call them diamonds, because they're that color. They're the white diamond color. Or do I want to wear a pink necklace that's shorter? It's like a iridescent pink, I think. Or no, not iridescent. What is that color I'm thinking? Like a pearlescent pink. And it's like leafy, kind of florally kind of feel to it. What round am I on? This is 5, right? Do I want to do, okay, let me finish this round and then I'll ask you guys. What's a good size for a granny square for these things that I should try to shoot for? I need help deciding, because I can't decide. And honestly, if I have your guys' help, maybe it'll... No. Do you have to keep coming up here? You keep stepping on things and rubbing on things. Every time she comes up on the desk, she's got to come say hi now. And because I've allowed it. And, I got to stop and say hi. She might rub on the microphone. I'm sorry. Ah! Don't fall off the desk. So 5 or 7. I want to do 5 or 7, Kendall. Being religious, 6 is not a good one. Like, you'll notice if you ever see me put the emojis and stuff in chats, it's either 3s, 5s, or 7s. It's always an odd number. It's never 6. Even though 6 is a nice round number because it's even. But, okay, so I am done with that round already. You did a doily with clusters of 3 double crochets. That's fun. I think I've done 1 doily in my whole crochet. So if I am done on round 5, I do a different join. When I complete my squares, I do my chain instead of the half double, because I only do the half double join if I'm going to cover it up. Because you can see here, right here, these joins, you can't see the half double because I've crocheted over it. So I have 1, 2, 3. Is that really only 4 rounds? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I guess I'm going to do 5. Yeah. 6 is a no. This is only 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me measure. What is 4? You're fine, Kendall. My brain put the G there. It put it there. All right, so it is only 5.5 inches. I'm gonna do 1 more round because I want to do at least 6 inches. And honestly, most of these are probably going to be all different sizes because, tension from one square to another is going to change with my mood and, the size of the yarn. So I think I'm going to do 5 rounds. I don't know what 5 means in numerology, or at least with the religion, the Bible. But I know 7 is divine. I just can't remember what 5 is. I'm doing a Bible study with my church women's group, and we are doing Revelations. And it's actually quite fun. We're learning about numbers in the Bible and the significance of why there's so many sevens in Revelation, because, it all points back to Jesus being the divine. And so I don't remember. I have a chart in the back of the book that we are doing the Bible study out of, but that said Bible study book is upstairs in my bedroom, so I don't know what it says 5 represents. Grace and redemption. Thank you, Melissa. Gee. I am going to stop at 5 then. Yes, I think I'm going to make them 5. Yes. Yes. I like that. Thank you. That's perfect. 5 is perfect with a 6mm. At least with this one. I think this is Big Twist, maybe. I think this is Big Twist. I'm not sure. It's a light. Oh my goodness. It's a light enough purple that it like washes out. And New Beginnings. Oh, I love it. Yes. 5 it is. Y'all, anytime I make granny square blankets now, it's got to be 5 and 7. Maybe I'll do like, ooh, Melissa. Maybe I'll do all my granny squares in 5 and then do a border, like a single crochet border or something, which sucks, but do it in 7 rounds of single crochet to get the divine wrapped around the grace and redemption. How oh my gosh, that just gives me chills. Did that give anybody else chills? It gave me chills. Gave me chills. And it's also cold down here, but that does. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my squares in 5s and then do my border, do like a small stitch border in 7s. And then could you imagine giving that to as a Boggy Creek blanket to a kid? Like a hug from God. Oh God, that's that gives me chills again. Hey Annie. So apparently with all my chit chat and talking, I can only get 1 square done in 30 minutes. So that just tells you right there how long it takes you to make a square. And if you really worked hard, you could get a bunch done in a day. But I'm not going to be doing 20 a day or anything like that. That's a lot of squares in a day. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I frogged my knitted shawl, asymmetrical shawl that I started. And I'm using the yarn from that because it gives me 4 cakes to make my hexie cardi in it. And I'm already almost done with 1 cake on one side of my hexie. So one hexagon has taken me almost a full cake of the happy. So I think once each square I finish, I'm just going to throw right back into this box, and just utilize the box as my, or I might go grab one of my bags. I have these 2-gallon bags over here. That way keep it separated from the rest of the yarn just to keep it from getting all messy. I'll throw it in a bag in the box. That way, they have kind of like a little pouch compartment to be stored in, and they're not just all willy-nilly, free willy in the in the box. I think that's a good size too. My goodness, this yarn and this hook make a 5-round square huge. It feels huge to me. It's almost like a mini blanket. All right, now, okay, I'm going to chain 2. I can't remember how. There's a way to slip stitch join where it joins better, but there is, make my bunny ear bigger because it's not big enough. There is my 5-round. Look how big that thing is. I can't even, my hands are too small for this. Let me put a pinky in this one. My pinky to thumb is big enough, so let me get this. Pinky, thumb, pinky, down here, come on, there we go, and thumb. See, I can't even, that's how big it is. Like, it is stretching my thumb and pinkies out. It's actually hurting this hand. So there is a 5 round granny square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In about 20 to 30 minutes. And then it is a 4-weight yarn. It's just a thick 4-weight. That clicker is loud. I'm sorry. So it makes roughly a 6.5, almost 7-inch square. Now, they're not all going to come out that size because some of the yarn is going to be a little slightly thinner and thicker, but this is all pretty much 4-weight yarn that's in here. Oh, that's right. Kendall, I was going to show you guys this. So I actually started Mama Swift's Luck of the Draw yesterday. And I'm using a 6mm dots hook. Here are my colors. See, how come you can see that's purple, but it's actually not as blue. It's not a blue purple. This is lilac. It's not a lavender, it's lilac. It's a purple. But those are my colors. White is my neutral, my main between, and then those are my 5 colors that I picked. Out of my scraps, y'all. These are out of my scraps. So I started it, and I'm already at 8 inches, so my blue is only getting 2 rounds for right now. Because I put in 4 or 3 rounds of the center. I should have done 2, but so that way I could go with 4 inches each color change. But I'm just going to keep going like this. But those are my first 2, or that's my first week for the Luck of the Draw 10. So she cut, I'm not going to tell you, well, unless you look at my color numbers, I'm not going to tell you what number she drew because I want you to go watch her video. It's LOTD 10. It's on Mama Swift's channel. Oh, Jay, you're just fine. Yeah, I wrote it on this. I wanted to do this. I don't know. I wanted to have fun. I went ahead and did this. So. Oh, yeah, Nessa. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm almost through 1 cake on my Hexie Cardi following their pattern. But and I'm doing chain 1s between all my clusters, which drives me crazy that I'm doing that. So on this one, I'll do that. But on the next one, I might try it without the chain 1 spaces and try and do the Hexie with like I do here, where I don't chain between the clusters. You're speaking to the queen of lazy here. It's just, I was being lazy and not doing housework and decided to do this. So that is week 1 for me on the Luck of the Draw. And it's very like Eastery spring. I like it. So without pulling all my colors out, these are all my colors. I think they're all Big Twist. The white is the only one I'm not sure. It's either Big Twist or Red Heart or Karen 1 Pound. Or Premier. I don't know. I'm pulling all the whites out of there, but some of them have like a creaminess to them, so I'm trying not to use those. Oh, this lid fell over, so now it's on top of that. Okay. Y'all. Well, the Make and Do crew, Kendall, has you doing a chain 1 between the clusters. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just following their pattern. You know, I like to follow the patterns. And then if, as I'm making them or after the fact, I can tweak them if I make it again. So this is what mine is looking like with, I don't know how many rounds I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I have 1 more round. I think I have one more round before I start doing more length on the bottom and then the sleeve. So I think I'm going to pull this out and work on this. So I got one granny square done today, y'all. I'm not gonna cut it off just yet because I want to go and look at a video to remind myself how to join, to get the cleaner joins, instead of doing this slip stitch, because I don't like the way it leaves a bump on the corner. And there's a way to join. I don't want to do it. There's one way that I don't want to do because it doesn't feel secure with the needle or something. But there's a way to slip stitch invisibly with like going from the side of the stitch. I don't know. I am not color controlling. I am letting it come out as it comes. It is soft. And of course I had to pick happy because it's just bright and cheery. And now I'm going to wear it, but like I'm making this one to see what I think of what it feels like when I wear it after I'm done with it. And then if I like it, I can make it in more of a like neutral colors where I can wear it like out and about and it be a little less bold, and just be a little more subdued. Oh. So. Oh my goodness, we're over an hour. Ooh, I need to get up here. And I need to clean up my desk. I literally piled a bunch of variegated yarn over here because I didn't want to pull out of here. I didn't want to do any of the variegateds. I'm doing all my solids. I'm using up my solids. Here's another variegated I need to pull out. I don't know if you can see it's variegated, but it's got like, this is the living yarn from Big Twist. It's the anti-pilling. It's in that like creams and light grays and like taupe browns. So, good morning, Jen. Good morning. A hooded card. Yeah, I know that there's a way to put a hood on any of these cardies, and I'm not there yet. I'm going to do the cardie first and then see what I think. I have a hooded cardigan I made of that yarn with the black, gray, brown, white of that, and I love it. Mama in a Stitch pattern. That's fun. I like the name of that. All right, y'all. I unfortunately need to get off of here and tear my children away from the TV. So it becomes, yeah. The youngest doesn't, he knows he has to get off, but then when it comes to actually getting off, it's like, it literally is like you pulled his hair and punched him in the face because he just throws a fit. So, yes, kitty cat, I know it's time for me to get off of here. So I'm going to get off here, find my tutorial real quick of my invisible join, and then I will get my day going. So I hope you guys have a great Friday. I will see you on Monday, half an hour later, 8:30 Central. I went ahead and decided I'm just going to push it back half an hour to allow Kim to do her normal time. So that way, just to keep it, and I don't mind doing that for her. I really don't. So 8:30 Monday morning, I'll be back. But I will be on the chat with Kim, doing her live in the morning at 7:30 for my time. 8:30 her time, 7:30 for me. So yes, I know. It was just, and for me, it's easy. It's easy to just go ahead and, because we homeschool, I can push it back half an hour. It's not going to hurt anything. So I'm going to put my necklace on real quick, and then I'll say, this is the pink one I was talking about, y'all. It's got a pearlescent to it. I think it's still kind of Valentine-y. I dropped the chain. See, I can find ways to delay getting off. Oop, wrong way. There we go. That's pretty. I like that. So the other neck, here comes the cat again. The other necklace is a long silver one that I was going to pick. This is the heart necklace. Hi, cat. Rub against that. So this was the other one I was choosing between. I mean, I could technically wear them both. I could wear both, but you just can't see the heart unless I back up. There's nothing wrong with layering necklaces. That was one of the things that I utilized selling necklaces. Was like, look, you can layer these and it'll look pretty. All right, see, I told you I could delay it. I need to get off here. I really do. Oh, the shirt is driving me crazy. Okay, here goes nothing. Be kind, be positive. Give everybody hugs and love today. It's Valentine's Day, for Pete's sake. Let's all love each other. All right, y'all. Have a great day.